righteousness, and thy love is the truth. Preach the truth.
The Peaky and the Rice is a wrap.
Hey, go to the article real quick.
What's going on?
So we got Captain Get a Liar on. Salute to you, Captain.
Shalom.
We want you to tell us why you on here today.
Well, I'm on here today is because here in Jackson, Mississippi, we have what's known as a water crisis. And basically what that is the water in Jackson, Mississippi is not suitable to drink. In some areas, you're not even able to bathe in it, brush your teeth, all of that. Basically, the infrastructure here in Jackson, Mississippi, the water lines that are here have been gone about 30 years without being updated.
Right. Now, Capo, let me just stop you real quick. Zakai, you got the video? Mississippi. He starts looking around like, could have swore we briefed him before we came on.
Hey.
All right,
Come
now
on,
we're going to play
man.
the video right now real quick, just to back up what Captain Get a Lie was just saying, right? Play that.
Stop calling
That
me
ain't
out.
it.
He got me. Oh, God. We got you, Cap. 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, Cap. This Patient Saints Radio, they're supposedly, they're the self-proclaimed #1 tech team.
That's
Thou praise. Thou sayest.
Thou sayest. I blame Officer Elisha, you know what I'm saying? I blame Elisha.
All praise.
So, in other words, anyway, go ahead and continue. While they're getting the video, go ahead and run down
Yeah.
what else is going on in Mississippi.
So basically, the government here in Jackson, Mississippi, or the state has not updated the water pipes here in about 30 years. Jackson is a predominantly black city. Jackson is about 90% black. It has been neglected for years, and now you see what you see today. I was even told, and not many people speak about this, but I've even heard they've even found some of the things. I'm gonna just say some of the things they found in the water line are not suitable for people to be able to drink it still. You understand? And that's the crisis that we're going through right now. And there's a reservoir here in which Esau majority lives around it. And what often happens is that reservoir, what's called the Ross Barnett Reservoir. Ross Barnett is one of the most racist governors to ever govern Mississippi. There's a reservoir where Esau lives, that anytime that reservoir gets over its limit, what they do is they release that water into the Pearl River. Now, the Pearl River runs adjacent to all of the black communities in the inner city of Jackson, and they know this. So what they do is they run that water into the Pearl River, which then causes the low-income black communities to flood. They're literally flooding Jackson inner cities, which is where we live. And by them doing that, that's what's caused the water pipes to go further into what it is today.
Right.
So basically, this was Esau just constructing this from the inside.
Yes, sir. Now, go ahead and play the video. I just sent it to you. So this is Jackson, Mississippi right here.
People in Jackson, Mississippi are being told to shower with their mouths closed because they don't have access to clean water.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
So what do racism and profit-based interests have to do with a crisis like this? For starters, when water infrastructure was first being built in the US, only the rich could afford to get it. Running water utilities is still a money-making business 200 years later. You see, even though most water systems are owned by local governments, private companies are usually doing the work to treat, repair, and maintain them. In Jackson, that contractor was a company called Siemens. It turned out to be such a bad deal for the city that Jackson won a nearly $90 million settlement over Siemens' botched work. But the roots of this crisis run much deeper. When Mississippi was finally forced to desegregate schools in 1970, White people left for the suburbs and took tax revenue with them.
Stop right there.
Today,
Pause it. Pause it. Pause it. Can it pause?
You can't.
Damn. All right, we'll run it back. But you hear what she just said? She said because of white flight, they when in Jackson, Mississippi, white flight happened. They took all that was a middle to upper class. They took all that tax money with them. Correct, Captain?
Yep.
So they took the tax money with them. Now they can't afford to maintain the pipes of the water system. So it just, and then the maintenance of the water system, it goes to crap. Correct, Cap?
Yes. So what happened, and what often happens is, especially in places like Mississippi where it's already poor, when governors see that they don't have a voting base in certain areas, like in the city of Jackson, many of our people don't vote. And if they do, they vote Democrat. Well, our governor is a Republican. The mayor is a Democrat. They have had public odds with one another. So they're not going to put any money into this. They'll talk about it. It'll be national news. They'll use it as a publicity stunt. But they're not going to get any money from this. So when that white flight happened, the neglection of Jackson, Mississippi, it looks like a third world country in a first world country.
Right.
Yeah. I remember the roads. I remember I drove on Jackson roads. Man. That thing was tough, bro. I thought I was in Haiti.
Right. Literally.
That ain't a joke either. That's true. Damn. The potholes, you could go like 30, 25 miles an hour. It was, the infrastructure is very bad.
If the ground is like, if the road is like that, imagine the infrastructure under the road.
Right.
Imagine how bad that is. That's what we got going on right now.
Right. Hey, let me get a quick script real quick. Go to Baruch 4. Baruch 4 real quick. 432.
Bring it up.
432. Because it's not only Jackson. Jackson's just coming about. Because what we did with what IUIC has done for the body in Jackson is provide fresh water, bottled water to you guys, correct? And particularly, I believe it's Houston and New Orleans.
New Orleans, yes, sir.
Right.
Brothers from Ohio, brothers from Chicago, they helped us out. All praises.
All praises to the Most High.
Hey, so Cap, question, right? Like, brothers been renovating right now, like renovating house. Huh? I'm on pause?
No, go ahead.
We hear you, Cap.
Yes, sir. I hear you, Cap.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like our brother been renovating house now. You know what I'm saying? Like changing pipes, putting new pipes. What do you guys do?
So the only thing that we're able to change is what is actually coming out of the ground. You understand? So like maybe the piping directly under the sink, the piping that's behind the shower heads, things of that nature. But what's in the ground, what I wish I could show you, what's the pipe that goes directly in the ground, we're not able to touch that. We're not able to change that because what we would have to do is break up the entire concrete foundation of these places and then do infrastructure from the bottom. And they won't allow us to do that. We have to have a permit for that, and it has to be a city contractor to do that. That's why I try not to deal with houses that have that much piping work.
So this water, you can't even filter this water.
The filters have been broken. That's what's going on. The filtration system in Jackson is broken. The water pumps that they have, the 150 water pumps, they're all broken. Every last one of them.
Wow.
So they're not able to filtrate the water. There's a lot of turbidity in it. Some of the water's brown. Some people have brown water coming out of their faucets.
Right. Hey, look at Baruch 432 real quick. Baruch 432. And Jackson, correct me if I'm wrong, Cap. You can attest. Which racial group in particular live in Jackson?
About 90% Judah.
90% our people, correct?
Our people. Yep.
Same with Flint, Michigan. Right?
Yep.
Same with all these, because there's other places that have these same water crisis going on.
Flint's
been going on for about, what, 10 years? Since we started PSR.
Yep.
Right?
Yes,
read what you got.
Baruch chapter 4, verse 32. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve.
Hey, it ain't just Jackson.
Started 31.
Go to 31.
Verse 31. Miserable are they that afflict thee.
So it's not only the cities that are miserable, the people that afflict us and pass the policies and they're supposed to maintain the infrastructure, they miserable too. And they hate your damn guts. They hated you a long time. You just don't know because you're a Christian. Go ahead.
And rejoiced at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve.
See that? Miserable are the cities. Jackson, Greenwood, Mississippi. Right?
Oh, God.
Yeah, oh, God. New Orleans, New York. Atlanta. All these cities we live in are miserable. You understand? But go ahead.
Miserable is she that received thy son.
See that? So let's finish playing that real quick.
Hey, Captain Get-A-Lie, check your text.
Yes, sir.
Still a money-making business 200 years later. You see, even though most water systems are owned by local governments, private companies are usually doing the work to treat, repair, and maintain them. In Jackson, that contractor was a company called Siemens. It turned out to be such a bad deal for the city that Jackson won a nearly $90 million settlement over Siemens' botched work. But the roots of this crisis run much deeper. When Mississippi was finally forced to desegregate schools in 1970, white people left for the suburbs and took tax revenue with them. Today, you've got a city that is largely black, with a quarter of people living in poverty, and a crumbling water service that's been neglected for years. Here's what the city of Jackson's mayor has to say about it.
This is a set of accumulated problems based on deferred maintenance that has not taken place over decades.
And then major flooding finally broke the system. And this is an ongoing problem for communities of color across America. In Flint, Newark, Detroit, and on Native reservations, water is not being treated like a human right. And because companies don't sell water as an essential service, they often prioritize short-term profit over repairs and cleanups. But those costs eventually end up on your water bill. Damn. So what's happening in Jackson is part of a systemic failure by this country to keep water affordable and accessible for its most marginalized residents.
Damn. For its most marginalized residents.
I just sent something to Officer Zakai. I just sent. The term is what they call environmental racism. Is what they call it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, so while he was getting that, I wanted to say something if I could. Hey, get Lamentations 5 and 4 real quick. Because you heard what the person said that was on, I couldn't see it. Sound like Esau. I don't know if that was who was speaking. Yeah. But when they were saying about how basically you have these issues in the water, because we all have issues with the water here in Jackson. Yet we still have to pay a water bill.
Right.
That's prophesied to happen in the Bible. Could you read that?
Yeah. Lamentations chapter 5, verse 4. We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us.
So we have drunken our water for money. The water that we're drinking is not suitable, or the water that we have is not suitable for us to even drink, but yet we still have to pay for it. There's still a water bill being issued to all the residents of Jackson, although they cannot use it in certain instances. And that's oppression. And that's what the Bible talks about. And this is why you black Christians make me sick, always talking about the white man gonna get the kingdom of heaven. He can't get the kingdom.
That's right.
He gotta suffer for what he done to God's people.
That's right.
In 2022. So y'all need to wake up and repent.
Hey, read verse 5.
Verse 5. Our necks are under persecution.
You persecuted in these parts right here. They call you marginalized. And then what the mayor said was, it's deferred maintenance. Meaning they're gonna push it to the side. That maintenance for you niggas, we'll get to when we get to it.
Right.
It's deferred maintenance. And what did he say? What else did the lady say? Well, since it's deferred maintenance and it's gotta be fixed, the charges end up on your water bill.
Right.
So you paying for the maintenance for what they have been lacking.
You paying for the deferred maintenance.
You paying for the deferred maintenance.
Damn, the unmaintenance.
So Capo,
yes, sir.
if you would like, if you can, please give the school PayPal. So if you want to donate funds for IUIC Jackson, you can do so via PayPal. Correct, Cap? If you could do so.
Yes, sir. Shalom, brothers and sisters. Thank you all for your continued support. We've got a lot of calls and a lot of messages about it. If you would like to donate to IUIC Jackson, we do have a PayPal. Our PayPal, the email is this: IUIC.Jackson, MS for Mississippi, IUIC.JacksonMS@IsraelUnite.org. Okay, that's IUIC.JacksonMS@IsraelUnite.org. We thank y'all for your support.
Yes, yeah, and put it in the comments too. Put the somebody type in the comments.
Yes, sir.
The IUIC Jackson PayPal.
Cal, do they need to put something in the notes to where it's
they could just put water crisis, whatever they would like. Water crisis. We'll know what it is if it has something pertaining to water. water crisis will be fine.
Okay, all praises, all praises. So
Yes.
this is what we do, y'all. We take care of our own. You understand? So we got our brothers and sisters in Jackson. Matter of fact, is anybody in Jackson in need, like right now? Because I'm sure right now the body is taken care of, or is anybody
the
affected by
body
the
is
flooding?
taken care of. We did have one sister to report that she had that heavy turbidity in her water. It has since ceased, but we made sure last night to get her plenty of water, as well as many other people in the congregation that need water. They need water, we got them. We're gonna take care of them. We also got a plan in place for some other things that we'll talk about off camera, but
yes, sir.
we're gonna be all right. The scripture says in Isaiah 65:13 that my servant shall eat, my servant shall drink.
Damn right.
You understand?
So we gonna
IUIC gonna make sure that they people do have what they need for sure.
All praises. Hey, Capo, all praises. Salute to you, brother.
Yes, sir. Salute.
Shalom.
Shalom,
mighty
man.
men.
Give Cap a hand.
Yes,
Shalom.
Shalom.
And we're gonna keep you in prayer, man. We definitely gonna keep you in prayer, bro. You and the whole congregation. Shout out to the whole congregation, IUIC Jackson. You understand? Shout out to all those brothers, all those sisters right now. They're going through their tribulation, so we're gonna support them. All right.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
We used to scream Black Power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road. Purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.